Hello, and welcome to episode 6, part 1 of Unfettered. Crispy Top Hat, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
Got that frozen camera right off the bat. That's always what we're looking for in these
Yep,
streams.
I think is it just crispy?
Yeah,
It's
fixed.
I'm
Oh.
here.
If you press the reconnect button in the settings, it'll refresh
there we go.
the
I see you.
cameras. Yeah. So,
Yeah, there was a bit of an issue for a second there.
yeah. I mean, it's Roll20 uses WebRTC, which essentially means I'm sending my camera to the internet twice. I'm sending it to each of you, and then you're doing the same to the other players. So you can lose connection between just two players. Good times. Anyway, yeah. Start with Crispy. How have you been?
Good.
Yeah, doing anything interesting or just work all day, all the time?
Not even that.
Wow.
Just nothing productive.
Rip, dude.
Yeah. Happy.
Well then, how about you, Top Hat? All right, be the interesting one of the three of us.
Started picking up dancing. That's fun.
Nice.
Lots of fun actually. Looking forward to the next time we get to go do that. Yeah, dance. Everybody go do it right now. Everybody, start dancing at home. Do it.
Any particular style or?
Fusion blues stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Viewers may not know, but I studied dance in college very briefly, but I didn't do any interesting dance. I only did choreographed dance, like jazz and tap. So, because who wants to dance with people? Am I right? No? Just me? Okay.
Yeah, well, people are pretty.
Fair. Yeah. I guess my week was relatively actually that's so not true. That's not true at all. It was like in any normal sense pretty uneventful. But I got some work done, which was nice. Client work is always good. And I opened a store on Designed by Humans, which I'm pretty excited about. There's no link on the channel yet, but there'll probably be one eventually. It's just Designed by Humans, an RSS. But I've only got two designs. I've got a Steven Universe inspired design and a compass design. That's a mixture of like the Legend of Zelda compass and a D20, which I'm pretty stoked about. But yeah, so that's exciting news for me. Top Hat's gonna disappear for a moment. That's fine. Yeah. So this whole Pokemon Go thing has been happening. I don't know, Crispy. Are you still playing Pokemon Go?
No.
Yeah. Well, they released some legendary Pokemon finally.
Mm-hmm.
But they're only around for a limited time. I think Articuno is available as of like a week or two ago through the 31st, and then it's going to be a week of Moltres, and then a week of the other one, Zapdos. So I've been trying really hard to capture an Articuno, but that is unsurprisingly really difficult. Because you need to do them as like a co-op gym fight. So you need basically at least 10 people physically at a gym in order to actually defeat the Pokemon in the first place to get a chance at catching it. So yeah, that's been my leaving the house this week, has been trying to find gyms in San Francisco that people are actually at and trying to catch these Pokemon. So
I got a box.
Top Hat got a
Got
box.
an email about getting this box.
Wow, such notification. Are we about ready to launch into this game, or?
Yeah.
No, game canceled.
Okay, Did you get nerd shit in your box, Top Hat?
I got 300 magnets.
Oh right. Okay. You need to talk about this.
So, don't know how to assume these are stacks of 25. So, I do the geeky shit of modeling. And...
Really? Do you have pictures?
I hate you so much. Now I'm going to be fiddling with magnets this entire session.
Yep.
Basically, I am magnetizing a whole bunch of models so that I can store and move them easier. So I'm going to be putting these on the bottom of a bunch of bases of things like this.
Oh.
But so I ordered 300 magnets.
That's going to make your Amazon result history a little, or suggestions a little interesting.
Amazon did not have the right Amazon's selection of magnets is rather shit.
Of course.
Naturally.
I just found some place that also like offered like I got to watch the package on like a Google Maps move.
Oh, cool.
So
you can stock your shipment.
Yeah. So I got a shit ton of magnets now.
Awesome. Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons, shall we?
But I've got magnets.
Let's tell Chris to shut up and
magnets,
play some. Okay. Unfettered is canceled. We're gonna spend 4 hours finding out what things in Top Hat's room you can stick magnets to. Question number 1: do magnets stick to magnets? We've got 300 magnets to test.
Okay, yeah, you gotta make sure it's
each one individually with every other one.
Absolutely. All right, let's do this. Our little intro cutscene starts with a character we haven't seen before. We pan up a sort of like rust red rocky cliff face, looking out over the desert, and our pan carries up an individual who's wearing like some light armor. They have two sort of like what are they called, katars attached to their belt, and as we pan up to their face, we can see that their face is covered by metal mask, and they're looking out over the desert, and we can see very faintly in the distance, we see something glinting in the sand, and we see a couple ships hovering over that sort of glittery location out in the sands. And a voice speaks up behind the figure and says, Captain, there's a storm coming." And he turns and says, "I know. I'm counting on it. Prepare the ship. We attack with the storm." And then we he starts to walk off frame, and our camera moves slightly behind him and like gets cut off by like some desert tree or something, and we do a side wipe to the little vestibule area, the sort of like landing area in the center of the Lotus. I believe Li Fo is being lowered by rope carefully into this chamber. We can see Gamses and Zaire up at the edge of the opening, keeping an eye out and keeping watch. We'll be here if you need us. And yeah, so you have brought Li Fo down into the This is not just GM fiat for the viewers. We talked in between sessions. So
the best troublemaker for us right now is Lifo. Yeah. So you're all going to see some robot on robot action this session.
Yeah.
Everyone has needs, and sometimes those needs are a big robot man with lots of weapons.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean,
cool. Magic
longsword. moving on. Let's get you guys into a dungeon. So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, let's test these side rooms first. That's what I think. I'll cautiously approach over here. Again, try to peek around the corner without being seen. Is there a stealth roll I have to make, or is there nothing in there?
There's nothing in the room. I mean, you can go ahead and make a stealth roll if you just want to be moving around here sneakily.
After making sure for myself there's nothing in those rooms, I may in fact do that.
Yeah, so just roll some stealth. Let's get a stealth for everyone in the party. Lowest roll.
Oh. Lifo's gonna mess with us, isn't he?
He's a little clanky.
We chose the big robot.
Hey!
We should pay, apparently. Can I just negate Lifo's roll? That's a 20.
No, I mean, it basically, the lowest roll is whoever's gonna get noticed by enemies. So that just means, yeah, you guys are invisible. Was that 16 for Lifo?
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
It's good enough.
Yeah. So looking out into this chamber, you can see it's sort of like the inverse of a step pyramid, where it's like stepping down toward this pool of water. At each of the places where the stairs would go down, there's a pair of the suits of mechanical armor that you encountered earlier, and in the center there's a glowing, swirling pillar of purple fire.
Constance, what can you make of that?
Well,
s'mores.
Do I have? Oh my god, guys.
You don't have detect magic?
I have arcane and history.
Constance
is educated?
You can...
Constance is
You can roll either one. Rolling history would mean...
Can I roll both? And see what the different informations they would give.
Yeah, sure. History is going to be more about what it means, and then Arcana is going to be how it's working, what it's doing.
All right. So Arcana is the important one here, and I am part magic, so I'm going to spend an inspiration to feel the magic around me.
Okay. So I mean, this entire facility woke up when your energy interacted with it, so...
Yeah, so inspiration, advantage on the Arcana roll.
Nice.
Good shit.
And then just a regular history roll.
Hot damn, Constance!
I'm sensing something. Wait, didn't I read a book about this?
I'm sensing. I've read the Dungeon Master's Guide. So... We'll go in order here. Arcana. It's a barrier. It's, protecting something within the circle. As far as how it's working, it doesn't appear to be an incantation so much as a device, and it's likely powered from some other location within the space. That said, the amount of energy that it's drawing means that whatever is powering it will be really fucking obvious when you see it.
Is it me?
No.
Okay.
I think you might be thinking a little bit highly of yourself.
The facility has its own power. You would guess that there's a power source that is supplying the power, and then there's a power controller somewhere.
You know what I just realized? Constance is basically a sentient hand crank battery.
Yeah.
Without the crank.
Yeah, Albert's cranky enough for the both of you.
So I may have shot a magnet somewhere in my room. It
Well,
off, and then the repulsion sent it flying.
Well,
where I have 299 magnets now.
Yep.
Rip.
299 magnets on the wall. All right. I'm gonna.
We have a history roll still.
Oh right.
Oh.
So, with a combination of like looking at the way the space is designed, how things are.
Wait, I know how Constance is educated. She mind stabs people. You know how she can.
She collects thoughts from people.
She can literally telepathically talk to someone, and when that happens, they send her back something that's a solid memory. If a bunch of people just chose to send back things that happened in their school days, especially if she kept on doing that to a bunch of random people who had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, they're just like, that's a weird thought I just had. Huh. Yeah, so you've like leached. I like that idea.
I've just leached information from people.
Yeah, they just like accidentally gave you stuff that they knew.
I just spent some time in some college towns. That's how I pick up skills.
Yeah.
You just got a bunch of memories of single textbook pages.
It
does. Yeah, it recalls them like perfect accuracy. So.
Mm-hmm. So through a combination of your roles, it's pretty clear that this facility is not anything other than a space. The thing that bloomed in the desert, all of that is probably some kind of shielding for the bunker down below that you're in. But that is not anything more than a bunker.
A lotus, they say.
Yes.
Couldn't possibly be a giant super weapon needing protection. Couldn't possibly cause the end of the world.
It is precisely not a super weapon. All it is a bunker.
Definitely not containing something terrible and horrible that could potentially bring ruin to the world.
I'm not saying that.
Everyone else is so confident about it.
I'm
gonna try and like float up, maintaining my stealth, and like fly along the top of the room.
About that, the ceilings here are very low. You would be able to get some flight height once the floor drops out in these spaces here, but the ceiling is like just above your head.
Right. Well, apparently I'm a god of stealth, so I'm just gonna move over here.
Okay.
And walk.
Constance is gonna walk behind you.
All right.
It's also worth noting that there's just slapdash piles of coins spilling down the space in several places.
Coins?
Yep. Let's see them.
Oh,
here.
I appear to have found something.
Here.
Oh, there's piles of coins. Wait. Get over to.
Yeah, I like make a motion for Constance to get over. Did we just have Lifo stay back over there?
Did you move Lifo there?
I did.
Yeah. So once he probably doesn't even think twice about it. He like sees the wrecked armor in here, and then sees you guys walk past and does so. And as he comes near the armor, they are going to activate.
Damn it, Lifo.
He just calmly steps back.
Why is your stealth only 16?
Actually, that's a good point. They're going to activate. There is a question of whether or not they actually see him.
They activate like Intruder where?
So
Leafo's not even stealthing. He's just standing still. They're like,
yeah.
He stops moving.
Let's roll perception for them. And one more. Yeah, no, they'll just stand there. They probably they just notice that he is also a construct and
that is fine.
Don't realize that he's not one of their constructs.
Yeah.
Very dumbly.
They're not particularly intelligent.
I can tell from those rolls.
So, down here, where Albert is, you have found a sort of field of energy. There's a doorway here, recessed into the stone, but the door is covered in this crackling purple field.
All right. I'm gonna look down here. I kind of like look back and forth. Well, until someone does it, we're not really gonna know. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah.
All right. Can you go ahead and make a dexterity save?
Okay.
All right. Take 8 damage.
All right.
Yeah. So you like reach out and touch it, and this this purple electricity, like when you're maybe a centimeter away from it, just arcs out and wraps itself up your arm, scorching you as it goes.
I'm sitting there like, do you think I can recharge off that?
I wouldn't recommend trying it. All right, I'm gonna walk over here now. There's nothing in here.
Nope.
A lot of empty rooms.
This would make a wonderful base.
Yes, well, we'll see about that. If people are looking, you're like still talking, so you're walking along. It would make a wonderful base. In mid-sentence, Albert's like, yes, but
yeah, you see 3 dusty suits of armor.
Oh, could we see to the other side of the purple barrier?
Yeah, there was a door.
Okay.
There appears to be another path down leading through there. If you're willing to brave that.
Can I? Linus. No,
Wait a second. Wait a second. This was nice try. Nice try. I'll give you that. Nice try. But us paladins of being an asshole have an ability for these types of situations.
Yeah.
Is it teleport? Because I could teleport into the hallway.
Hold on a second.
I'm just saying how good of a line of sight I can get. Oh yeah, I can just teleport so that they won't have line of sight on me.
Oh, so apparently doesn't want to let me have the spell. It's a lovely spell called invisibility.
Oh.
I think I'm the only one who can benefit from it, though.
Yes. So you do that, and I teleport.
All right. So I spend a 2nd level spell slot to make myself invisible.
Okay.
All right.
Fun fact, it's very easy to lose control of magnets that you're just fiddling with in your hand because they will suddenly attach to each other.
298.
Make sure your fingers are not in the middle.
All right. So now that I'm invisible, I'm going to walk through. Ooh, hey, what'd you do that?
Yeah, there is... Hold on, I have some checks to make. 1, 2, and 3. Nope. We do not see you.
All right. This is giant crystal thing.
Yeah, so there's a large purple crystal in the center of this room.
Yeah. Well,
but as you move through here, the suits of armor stir. You can hear and see the energy coming to life inside of them.
What to do? So I'm looking at the crystal. I'm gonna reach out and touch it.
Okay. It's humming. You can feel it vibrating softly under your hand.
And it's like really big, about the size of a person, or is it smaller?
Yeah, it's about the size of you.
I try and shift it.
It's placed into the floor.
Oh, okay. It looked like it was floating there, so I wasn't really sure. Constance.
Just chilling all the way over here.
You hear the armor shift around the corner.
We're likely going to have to destroy these things.
Can't tell where my line of sight is anymore.
I like point at you, and like point like this.
Do you still have Did you cast invisibility?
Oh right, you can't see me.
Yep. If you select your token and press Control L, it should restrict you to. That might just be a GM thing, but
only GM.
Damn.
You could always make us a GM.
No. From where you're at, you can see.
I'm just wondering, can I see the square past
him?
Yeah.
Just barely. You can see like the corner of it.
All right. Do I want to spend points and teleport? Where am I at? Because I was not full at the end. Yeah, I don't want to waste points. They're active, so even with a 26 on my stealth, I don't think walking in front of them would be wise.
26 is pretty good.
Well,
literally walking in front of them, though.
I'm gonna stop here and like poke my head around the corner and just see how active they are.
They've got like energy coursing through them. They're shaking slightly. The dust on them is like falling off of their armor.
Chilly. You can see them like trembling slightly. They try to warm their bodies up.
One of them is actively looking back and forth from one corner of the room to the other.
This doesn't seem like the best of ideas.
We could just fight them.
I want to save points if I can.
Yeah.
I am going to go continue to look around just so I have more idea of what's going on.
Just send me. I'm pretty sure you can just send me a mental message.
I can't see you. I'd have to be able to see the target. Here.
Rip.
Let's telepathy is any creature I can see. Let's see if mind meld is different.
One other creature you can see.
Yeah, rip. Well, I mean, I can't do anything from this position, so I'm just gonna walk back across.
Okay.
And walk over to Constance, probably, and just like tap her face. Constance, perhaps it'd be best if we searched around to see if there's anything else of interest.
Yeah.
You hear
okay.
a clank behind you.
I just walk through. Well, I see all the gold, like...
Yeah, there's just like this huge pile of coin.
I'm just looking at it.
I look back. Constance, no! The mission.
But the gold!
We can get the gold when we're done.
This place sinks and I don't get the gold!
Lifo is still just standing back there.
Oh, that's where that is. Shit.
So that's crystal number 2?
Yep. Ooh, more gold. Okay. Good shit, good shit.
More gold.
Oh boy. So
Yeah.
I just stop. But it's so pretty.
I'm gonna try.
What if there's a magic item?
Yeah. So stepping in there once again, you can hear them. You can hear them activate. Allow me to make some checks here. 1, 2, 3. All right, you're good. You're like, really, I should have given them advantage on those, but whatever.
He's invisible.
Well, I'm invisible.
Right. You're invisible, so you're good.
All right. That is a lot of gold. Let's see if we can get Li Fo working on this.
Well, okay. So we've seen
Good amount of gold. Three crystals.
As far as I can tell, we have seen everything that's not through the purple door.
Right. Presently, we don't know how long we have in this place. At any moment, it could sink back into the sands. That's the nature of ancient ruins. So, my thoughts.
See if
we're probably going to have to clear this place. We're not going to be able to get all this gold, and we're not going to be able to get to that ceiling ring unless we clear this floor of every single construct that exists.
I don't know if I want to break a ceiling ring. We have to do it before the Empire does, but I'm just sitting there like...
We have to do it so we can take whatever's inside of it and throw it off the side of this continent.
But what if I'm inside of it?
Then I'll throw you off the side of this continent. You've done that before, Constance.
I know, it's so much fun. Have you seen the inside of the arcade? It's
really not interested in that.
Only person in the world who's seen the inside of the arcade. Not interested.
Well, and live to tell about it.
Yeah. It's the only person to live and see the inside of the arcane. I've seen the inside of the arcane. Don't care.
I think Li Fo probably sees you across the room and starts moving toward you.
See. You just like motion from just okay, whatever.
Well, he doesn't see Albert. He sees Constance.
True.
I'm the knight.
Why don't we start by taking out one of those crystal rooms?
Yeah, Li Fo, come hit things with us.
Behoove me to see how it works.
As you command.
Once we clear out this bottom floor, we should try and get our crew in here. I've got a lot of gold for them to dig up. All right, I'm just gonna kind of like walk like straight up to the thing and then just stab it while I'm invisible.
All right, let's get some initiative, and then you'll get the first attack for sure.
Do you want to leave out, or should I?
Paladins for the Paladin God. I'm Li Fo.
Okay.
All right, come here. Yo. 3, nice.
All right. Set that to descending.
So it's gonna basically turn into I act and then I act again.
I'm fine with this.
All right, Albert, you of course get the first go.
Attack, right? All right. I have advantage because I'm attacking from stealth or invisibility. Same thing. Both.
You are attacking a thing that cannot see you.
Yeah. So
a 15, I don't think hits. No, it does not.
All right. I'm uninvisible, but do I still get advantage on my next attack roll or no?
Given that you didn't hit anything, somehow, I'd say it's reasonable that
it's like I just materialized out of thin air and then.
Yeah, I'd say you still get surprise at least.
Yeah.
So sure.
All right.
You have created an advantage for yourself in this situation, so you get advantage. There we go.
Yeah.
14 damage is pretty good.
All right, I'm gonna throw. So how much health do these things have
They're
again?
not resistance to that, right? Yeah, they're not.
A good amount, but a smite wouldn't make a difference there, so I'm not gonna smite. All right, now it's my turn again, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna continue stabbing it.
Stab, stab, stab.
Stab, stab, stab.
Do you mind if I waste my turn?
Oh fuck! I gave myself advantage on that.
What would the
when
first
I probably
roll?
shouldn't have.
An 11.
18. So 11. So that's
and
an 18.
18 hits.
All right.
So,
For another 9.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
turn it
pretty looking pretty beat up. And then a 19. Yeah. What does this look like?
So it's literally just like they're Lifo and Constance are weirdly talking to a guy that's not really there, and they're it's like a confusing conversation, and like you hear the voice turn the corner, and then suddenly like you hear a couple like not you don't well you literally hear like the rapier whip through the air, and like with a couple of shouts, and like Lifo like turns the corner and sees that there's like a couple of these puncture holes through the armor, and like I'm holding up like the helmet of the armor, and the energy's like slowly fading away.
Yeah, it like pulses out through the holes and then fades.
Yeah.
All right, Constance.
So I'm debating things. So bonus action. Don't think this will come up, but mastery of weather, so I have lightning resistance.
Okay.
But I don't have my ridiculous fall damage.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah. Then Constance is going to step.
I like how it says your mind reaches into the sky, but here I think you're like reaching into the unseen power conduits.
Are you just going straight for the power conduit? Nice.
Well, no. So I'm going to go here, and then just because I need to know for the rest of this, I am going to attempt to mind stab a robot.
Okay. I'll tell you right now, it doesn't do anything.
All right. I needed to know if it was immune to psychic damage.
And now that I'm here, I'm going to waste my turn.
Okay. It is armor time. So this one is dead, so it's not going to do anything. But these two are going to turn their attention on Albert.
All right.
The one that you attacked, Constance, like doesn't even notice because it doesn't have a mind for you to attack.
It's like you're trying to stab lightning with mind, and that doesn't really work.
Yeah, so they're both going to make 2 attacks against you, Albert.
All right.
1, 2, 3, and 4. So the crit hits.
That hits.
For 10. Everything else
Nothing
was
else.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like their hammers swing through the air, and you manage to dodge most of them. You get like hit by a spray of shrapnel as stone shatters from the walls, and then just one from your blind spot swings into your side and knocks the wind out of you.
Yeah. All right.
Lifo.
He's going to position himself like that, and then he's going to attack the one in front of him.
Okay.
All right. Does he have a shield? No, he
I
doesn't.
don't believe so.
Then he's going to use his longsword versatilely.
Oh.
That's impressive. Okay.
Well, that's a lot better. 11 damage is pretty good.
All right. He's going to go ahead and burn one of his first level spell slots to smite.
Okay.
So that's rolling on the 2d8.
Another 11. Yeah, so
damage.
he swings the sword, and you know it glances off the armor, and you can see like the sort of irises of his eyes narrow in and turn red, and then he swings again right into the midsection of this thing, and you see red and golden glow along the edge of the sword, and where he strikes, the metal just starts disintegrating.
He chose a fighting style he can't use because he doesn't have a shield.
Nice. Get him a shield.
All right. Now it's my turn.
It is.
Paladins for the Paladin God. All right. I'm striking with my rapier against the one that he just hit.
All right. Yeah. How do you want to do this?
So as like Lifos just like solidly strikes this thing, and it stumbles backwards, like Vessinger has already picked himself up from that like gut punch that the robots were like, oh, he's finished, but he like immediately picks himself up and thrusts out, like catching in between like different clicks, like different kind of pieces of the armor, and then with like a upwards like flourish, it all kind of like tears apart, and the lightning is just released into the room.
Nice. Yeah, like it scatters and ricochets off the walls and the ceiling.
Yeah. All right, and then turning his attention to the other one, Albert's gonna make a second thrust to the side.
Okay. Nice. All right. Is that it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you catch it. You're a little off aim. You catch it in the leg, but you hear a servo inside start like clicking, like it's just repeating over and over and over again as it tries to move.
Yeah.
Constance, your turn.
I swing at it.
Say hello to my little friend. Nice. An 8 is good damage. Yeah. This one is dead. Okay, so it's gonna take its turn. It's gonna attack Albert again, because that worked out pretty well for it last time. So let's get 2 attacks. Both hit. So that's 15 damage.
All right.
And that's it's gonna be its turn.
All right.
Which brings us to Lifo.
All right, Lifo. You know what to do. Paladins for the Paladin God.
Step over the corpses of your fallen foes.
And cut them down.
Absolutely. The 25 hits. The 12 does not. Damage.
All right, yeah. So he swings down pretty heavily.
Yeah, it's pretty damaged. Some of the armor plates have fallen off, and the energy now is leaking out of the casing and crawling slowly, sort of like it's moving backwards along the edges of the plates.
Okay. And then Albert's gonna step here and finish it. Really, really intensely finish it.
Yeah. So I think you like sidestep one of its backswings as it comes back from the attack, and then just thrust straight through it, and the whole thing just explodes amidst the three of you.
Yeah.
And the room goes dark as the sound of the explosion echoes down the halls.
All right. I'm gonna like turn to Constance. You know, this is rather morbid. These things almost remind me of you. With less attitude.
Grab one, like grab a piece that has like electricity flowing on it, and just be like.
Yeah, it like. Have you ever seen liquid nitrogen like skitter across a surface? It sort of does that, where it's like it's this almost hydrophobic reaction where it coalesces into a small form and like skitters across the surface of your hand without touching it.
Okay. Lifo's gonna come over and heal Albert's wounds with lay on hands. All right, hold on.
So all of his resources first.
Well, I've already used up a lot of my lay on hands resources. I've just been doing that.
You are damaged. Hold still.
Yeah. There's been a lot of like Albert takes some damage, and then you see like all of those like wounds and stuff. You see like that patch of skin start to like bubble up with that same kind of hot essence, and his eyes, turn red. And then it just kind of like bubbles up, and then like sheds off his skin, and leaving his skin completely unblemished, or his flesh unblemished. And I imagine it works somewhat similarly as they synergize as paladins.
Yeah, I think for Li Fo, it's more of that golden red light from before that just emits from his palm, and the wounds slowly knit.
Yeah. That's gonna take up pretty much all of his land hands.
Rip.
I've still got 10 points left though.
All right.
I'm gonna go over here. Now, what are we gonna do with this? I'm gonna kind of like lean down, testing with a bit of divine energy in his hand, like grab the crystal.
Yeah, it's the same as before. It's humming like the other one.
Interesting. What can you make of this, Constance?
Well, I just touch it.
Yeah, you touch it, and all the hair on your arms stands up.
Well, that's a reaction. My hair's like frizzing.
Yeah.
So, do you want to try it?
But I kind of want to keep this bunker. Imagine running away from a ship. Okay, just follow me on this.
The Empire is already looking for this place. It won't be long before they find it.
Yeah, but if it's underground, they're going to have a lot longer to find it. And then if they invade it, and we have the home turf, I love this idea. Trust me, we need a base. This is our base.
We need a base. I don't know if this is the right place. Let's focus on getting this thing, whatever's being sealed here, out. And then we can talk about where we're going to set up base. Constance, work this crystal out.
Okay. Mind meld.
Nothing happens.
Good. First concern.
Fortunately, it is not a thinking thing.
Yeah, okay. That actually solves a little bit of worries. Alright. Well, there's always option overload it.
That seems like a very expensive option.
I put my hand on it. Well, let's find out. Oh, God. After I'm like, I don't know if I want to use resources during this fight.
Oh. Yeah, so you, how many points are you spending?
1.
Okay, so just the 4? Yeah, you hold your hand to it, and, send a bolt of the black lightning into it, and you see it strike the crystal and scorch it, and there's a cracking sound, and a long, thin crack appears on the crystal.
I'm going to go ahead and strike it with my rapier.
Oh, God, what are you doing?
Trying something?
All right.
Hardly going to be super effective, but...
Yeah, I was just doing that to get an idea, but oh, God.
All right, so
break something we shouldn't break.
You smack it, presumably with like the guard of your rapier.
Yeah.
And the crack widens and spiders out across it. There's a.
I don't care about this place remaining powered. I just want to get this shit out of here. So I don't care if it breaks.
Yeah, there's a smell of ozone.
Can I roll Arcana to see if there's a way to like at this point, like I've seen it sparking, I'm just gonna roll Arcana and see what happens.
16's pretty good. This is a power source.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty clear that this is this is part of the
is there functionality I could learn from this? Like, is there a way to, now that we fucked it up a little bit, to pull it out?
Not without tools and a lot of time. It looks like it's hardwired, right? It's the difference between setting up a control chip and just wiring some shit together. This is just wired. It's this facility was not meant to be tweaked. It looks like it was set up to just sit here and do its thing.
We're about to destroy an unlimited power source. Goodbye.
But should an unlimited power source even exist? My brother, it's the same thing as you. It's just not sentient.
Yes.
Oh god. Let's not get into the ethics of that, shall we? I think there are lots of nuanced topics that I feel comfortable talking about in this game.
Living batteries isn't one of them?
Nope.
Yo, wuss. Alright, I'm gonna continue hitting it.
Yeah,
back away from it.
Let's see, 18 and yeah, you punch it one more time and it explodes. Shards of crystal go ricocheting off the walls. There's a bright purple flash, like bright that it seems white, but you can still tell what color it is somehow. And then darkness. And your eyes take a couple seconds to adjust. But when they do, there's just sort of like a smoking pit where the crystal used to be.
I pick up a whole bunch of the crystals.
Okay. You couldn't quite... It was background noise before, so you didn't notice it. But there was a humming, like when you have a machine that's turned on, like when you tune out your computer, right? That was there, that has disappeared. So the room feels eerily silent.
Vessinger's just going to take a moment and he just breathes in. There's something therapeutic about destroying old world tech. I don't know what it is. It's just a feeling of victory over fate, perhaps. I'm going to start walking down this way.
I think this is a good place for us to take our first break.
Oh yeah, good point.
So we're going to take a quick break. Stand up, stretch your legs. Remember that you're a human being and that you can't live your entire life attached to your computer. And we'll be back. We'll be back in a little bit.